we say to the PPP, let better sense prevail, because we will not condone the rigging of the 2025 elections. Whatever happens after you rig, it will be your responsibility.
Indo-Guyanese men. Indo-Guyanese men. Indian men of Guyana. Do you want the time to come when Indian women would stop seeing Indian men as attractive, and they would not have a choice but to run into the arms of broke, nasty, ugly, poor, ghetto, Negro, Guyanese men from the ghetto, because they would categorize Guyanese Indian men as cowards, as losers, as being incapable of standing up to bullyism, being incapable of protecting their women and their children, their property, their livelihood, their future? Do you want that time to come when you lose your women to an uncertain future with men that are not socially, economically, or spiritually able to take care of them? Do you want to reduce the generation of East Indian, the population of East Indian, therefore mixing it because there are no real, pure Indo-Guyanese men left? Is that what you want? Because here is the facts. Every time you refuse to stand up against bullyism, against threat, against aggressive approach that targets the future of your family, targets the safety of your women, that's exactly what women will do. Women naturally gravitate towards the stronger male, the more dominant male. This is not about money or possessions anymore. This is about survival. And if the Indian women realize that their survival is not guaranteed by the men from their ethnic group, their culture, their religion, they're going to look outside, because women generally wants to preserve their offspring. They want the opportunity to procreate, to continue humanity. And if they can't do that with men of their own kind, they would look elsewhere. And what is elsewhere in Guyana? Lowlifes, Negro lowlifes. Those are the ones who will eventually end up with your virgin daughters, your beautiful, successful women, because you Indo-Guyanese men, you're losing your focus. You're losing your focus. You better wake up and smell the onion. This is not the 60s anymore. This is not the 70s, nor the 80s, nor the 90s, nor the early 2000s. This is the age where you have to wake the fuck up and understand that you need to stand up and defend your family, defend your right to exist. Guyana does not belong to the ghetto. Those threats that Aubrey Norton is making, those threats that the PNC executives are making, enough is enough. You need to let them understand that we had enough of that shit. Guyana does not belong to them. They have no automatic, organic right to win any fucking election. They have rigged election from the beginning, the founding of modern Guyana. And they have used the same playbook that Aubrey Norton and the others are coming with again, threatening violence, instability. And who do you think these threats are against? not Afro-Guyanese. The ghetto is not going to go after Afro-Guyanese. They know the strength of another black man. They wouldn't fucking risk it. They think that the Indo-Guyanese are weak. They're fearful. They're cowards. That's what these Negro thugs from the ghetto, that's what they think. And you have made it obvious to them. Because in the past, so many times they have done these injustices against you. And all you did, you sit back and you pray. You sit back and say, why can't we live as brothers? Why can't we live as one Guyana? That's what the fuck you keep doing. Every time you are faced with violence from the hands of these ghetto and low-life roaches, and every time you do that, and you, your women, your property, your investment are victimized, those beautiful, smart, extremely sexy East Indian women, Indo-Guyanese women, they're looking on. They're looking on. And they're saying in their mind, you know what, fuck it. I'm done with this culture shit. If these Indian men can't protect me or protect us, we're going to start dating black men. After all, black people don't carry that kind of violence against black people because they know that they're up for a fight. The ghetto knows exactly who they take that shit to. They know. So teach Aubrey Norton a lesson. Teach the PNC Obia Corps a fucking lesson. That this time is the end of it. They don't have a right to win any election. To win an election, you have to be deserving. You have to be worth it. The Guyanese people largely never supported the PNC. The PNC have won in the past by rigging. They use the same weapons of violence and fear, of intimidation, and all those kinds of stuff, and they want to use it again. We have to stand up and say, that's it. The Indians, Indo-Guyanese, apart from being in government, you own the economy. You have all the weapons. You have all the scientific skills. You have all the defense. You have all the advanced means of protecting yourself. You have everything. Why sit idly by and allow yourself to be bullied, taken advantage of? Don't leave that country. Don't you ever leave that country. Stay and fight. You would be the one standing. Stay and fight. Use every means at your disposal. Fight for your survival. Fight for your country. No more would you be bullied. Never again. The PPP is going to win the election because the PPP had always won the election. But this time, the PPP will win the election by a large majority. The PNC know that they have no chances, even though with their coalition parties, even though with their win parties and their this party, they have no fucking chance. So they have to start now threatening so that the average Indian who is fearful of these Negroes would say, you know what, I have too much to lose. I'll just vote for the PNC and let them just win because we don't want violence. We don't want civil war. We don't want protests. We don't want these things because I have more to lose. No, stop that thinking. Stop that mentality. You go the fuck out and you vote for the PPP. Because not only you will be voting for the PPP, a lot of decent Afro-Guyanese will vote for the PPP. You understand? Every village, every region, every town in Guyana will vote majority PPP. So the shit that Aubrey Norton is saying, that elections would be rigged and whatever happens after, Ali would be responsible for that. No, fuck you, Aubrey Norton. Fuck you, your ugly face. Fuck you. You understand? Bring it on. Bring on whatever you're planning. Bring it the fuck on. And deal with the consequences. And after that, they will arrest your black ass. They will arrest your black ass and all the other fucking lowlifes in the PNC that are pushing for violence. They're going to arrest you and jail you for the rest of your miserable fucking life. Because you will never be president. The PNC will never win the election. So bring your fucking violence. Bring your civil war. Bring your protests. Bring it because this time, it is the black mothers and grandmothers that will be weeping for their stupid ass, ignorant, foolish sons that will listen to you and your stupid group and go and try to commit violence against the Indians and the other citizens of Guyana. They will be the one to cry. So again, I am calling on the Indo-Guyanese in the diaspora because of the fact that if we have a thin margin, if we have a one seat like 2020, the PNC can cry rake on that ground. But if the PPP has a wide margin, 10 seats, 15 seats, if the PNC has a PPP has a wide margin of victory, they can't cry ring. Let us deliver a massive victory to the PPP. Go home and vote. Them fuckers can't do you anything. Be prepared. Pull all the stunts you have. If you have to file that machete, if you have to apply for that licensed firearm, whatever you have to do, if you have to hire fucking security, do what you have to do because we don't have enough police there to protect everybody. We also don't have enough military to protect everybody. And the police and the military are black. How much you think they'll do? They'll have to go against their own people, their own brothers and sisters. You have to be ready to protect yourself. This ain't the fucking 60s. This is not the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. This is the day when you stand up and say no fucking body, nobody, because those people who are planning riots and violence against you, they're not Guyanese. They're terrorists. They are terrorists, okay? Treat them as hostiles. And when you treat them as hostiles, the law will protect you. No violence before or after the elections. But if it comes to you, do whatever you have to do to protect your democratic right, protect your family, your possessions, and your future. The PPP will win the election by a large majority. Fuck you, Aubrey Norton.